So today I was elected chair of the Democratic Party of Hawaii, and we have a wonderful slate of officers. Um, and e- Even though there are some candidates that didn't win, I plan to bring them in, and we are going to really pull together and unify, because if we don't, we will not accomplish anything. Really, the Democratic Party has a window of opportunity right now to accomplish a lot, but we need everyone to mobilize. We need everyone here at the convention. We had like 290 people, 300 people attending, and I am expecting every one of them to get on board, working on the events and working on getting some good candidates together that really earn their D. You know, should every legislator just be able to put a D after their name, regardless of how they vote, or whether they block hearings on matters that are party priorities and values of the Democratic Party? I think there needs to be more accountability, and I think that we have, let's step up to our kuleana and do something and make it happen. So I am going to create a number of subcommittees and basically try to pull everyone in, and that we tap each other's skills and passions, and one, make sure we have good candidates going into the next election. Two, that we make some of our legislation happen. This past year, I followed 80 bills that were voted on by the Democratic Party that support our platform and resolution. Only 2 of those made it through the conference committee. A lot of them, the hearings were blocked, which is, I think, foremost in my mind, should not happen, where a chair is a member of the Democratic Party and is notified this is a priority, and yet refuses to even hold a hearing. So I'm really excited. I think that we have a lot to do, but we had tremendous momentum here, and let's just do what we all need to do and pull together, and also work with the other counties. Let's get out there and really, this county, the other counties, and be a model for what we say is model the democratic values.
Earn their D, be the D that they're meant to
be. I do appreciate there's a funding situation, and that we need to figure out where the money is. There's only so much money to go around. But there was a lot that didn't have to do with just money, or even say like the oxybenzone, environmental bill, protecting the coral, protecting our reef, take one, just to try to get that one bill through and have so many legislators. Well, let's send it out to pasture and do more studies, but let's not fund them. There's sort of an attitude of you go away, our legislators, you go to Oahu, and then that there's no accountability. And just here, there were 4 legislators on the legislative panel for this island. There was Senator Ruderman was here, and Chris Todd, and Joy Buenaventura, and Representative Cregan. That's it. There are a lot more elected officials that represent this island that were not present and should be present and should feel accountable to this party. And I think that's one of the issues. We talk about the big tent, and we can all be big tent, but there's still accountability. Let people know how you stand, and vote for what you believe in. And if we can't do that in Hawaii, and if we can't work together in the Aloha State, it's going to be pretty sad. So there was a great deal of enthusiasm today, and I think that it's all that energy that we now have to harness, and this isn't just a party's party, but this is the first day of work, and that's how I look at it.
So we're now going into work sessions. Okay, and Phil, you want to come on up?
And I think that was one of the big frustrations with the environmental issues. I know I worked on the fire ant issue back in 2008, when it was only on one side of this island, and actually worked with people all around the island to get an ordinance passed to identify locations and be really proactive, and nothing happened. And it was, well, that's for the state ag to do, and they did absolutely nothing. So then it's not until it hits Maui that there's any concern and suddenly it hits Maui, then all of the scientists run over there. And I think you see that whether it's the rat lung, and you see that with the rapid ohia. What are the bills? The bills on Oahu are, how do we keep it on the Big Island? Let's leave the Big Island as the invasive, species island. I know I put in as council member, a bill to basically sort of quarantine the ohia on the southern part of the island because Kohala Mountain is not infested, or at least it wasn't last I knew, and that we protect this. So, I really am into pushing people to do the best and make things happen and not just accept that there's so little we can do. Otherwise, we just sit here and whine about what Trump's doing and whine and not really take it on. Let's be a model. Let's be in this state and make things happen. I think we can have a lot of fun. I feel that this group was really inspired, and I feel that if we all work together, sort of creating a fabric where it's not just one person and another and getting mad at each other. I think that's one reason I really felt it was important to say that all of the candidates who ran today, no matter where they're elected, I expect them to be there with our executive committee. Whether you're associate with your voting, they're incredible skills and this incredible knowledge, and that's what we got to tap into.